is about whose cheating is worse. That's an interesting topic, right? When you hear whose cheating is worse. We're talking about whose cheating is worse, men or women. Whose cheating is worse emotionally, whose cheating is worse on the relationship. And since we're discussing it, who's the better cheater? We're going to go through all of those things tonight for the next 60 minutes. I'm not by myself. Right now, I am with Shatanda. You can say hello.
Hello, you guys. Make sure you guys tune in. Echo Rhythm Radio.
I am with Ty.
Hey, yo, this is T.Y.
And I got my guy Lou, because I can't deal with these women by myself.
Hey, what's up?
So we're going to go right into the show. Sorry for the late start, but, we was on Color People time. So, let's get... I love you too, Corey. Let's get it going. So, as usual, when I have ladies on the show, I like to let the ladies start first. So, Shatanda,
Okay.
who do you think?
Throw me right in.
Yeah, I'm going to get you in these waters. So, whose cheating is worse?
My opinion is they're both bad. I can't say one is worse. I think for some reason, men, you guys put in your mind that women are these creatures that are just supposed to bounce back like it doesn't hurt. But it actually hurts us the same. Like, it hurts the same. And it hurts. And you guys like to think that, no, you're okay. But it doesn't. I think they're both the same.
And I get that. But I will say this. When it comes to anything that can be judged, and it's anything that can be done similarly but different, some things are worse than others. So even though cheating itself is bad, when a man cheats and when a woman cheats, one has to be worse than the other, and there's a reason why. And I guess if you're going to say that your position is that they're both equal, I will explain to you why you're wrong.
Okay, why does both have to be the same?
It's not that they're the same.
I mean, both have to be different. I mean,
Because,
why does it have to be different? Like, in what mindset do you think that if you cheat, it's not going to hurt me, but if I cheat, it's going to hurt you? What makes you think that it's not the same? Like, what makes you think it has to be different? We are both human beings. So it hurts me the same way it hurts you. But for some reason, men think that we supposed to bounce back. Like, we're these creatures that it doesn't matter, right? Like, no, it hurts the same.
And I'm going to ask you this question. Is there a difference than me walking into somebody's house and killing them for no reason, as opposed to somebody who lives in a home and somebody breaks in and they kill them? Is there a difference between hitting somebody in your car and you're sober and a difference between hitting somebody and you're drunk? Even though these things are the same, but motivations, that there are differences behind it. Now, I do get your fact that, yes, we're all human beings. Yes, things affect us differently and the same. But when you look at cheating, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to have this conversation, is the motivation. When you look at motivation, that's where cheating differs for men and from women. But before I go further into this, Ty.
Because I can't wait to touch that subject, but let's go.
Ty, what's your thoughts?
Like she said, cheating ain't but cheating, but for some reason, men don't feel the same way about it.
Mike.
It's just fine.
I'm sorry, my strong black woman. Okay, Lou, what are your thoughts?
Well, I look at it like this. I think there's a bit of a nuance. I think that, number one, if you make an agreement to do something, you're supposed to honor your agreement as a person, man or woman. So, I mean, cheating is cheating in that sense. However, if we think about the impact of cheating, it tends to, I wouldn't say, every case is the same, but it tends to impact more men more than it impacts women. Why that is, I don't know, but I also know that there are certain things that impact women more than impact men too. That if they're both wrong on, like, how you had an example, right? I'll give you an example. If a man and woman were to get in a physical altercation, and the woman put her hands on the man, and the man were to put his hands back on her, typically if the man were to put his hands on a woman, it's going to impact her far more than if a woman were to put her hands on a man, typically. But putting your hands on someone is wrong, period. No one should be putting their hands on anyone at all. I look at cheating the same way. You really shouldn't do it at all, but it typically tends to, impact men more than it does women.
Can I speak on that?
Go ahead. I'm sure you want to
Oh,
talk about the
no.
fragile male ego.
Oh, my
I know that's where you're going.
Oh my God, I want to speak on it. First off, as far as hitting, it's worse for a man.
We're just adjusting mics for those they can't see.
1 second. I don't want to go.
No, just keep going.
That's not going to blur out my opinion. Yeah, nice try right there. But, okay, as far as the hidden thing, I don't think that compares because you're talking about masculinity, which a woman cannot fight a man off your strength, your build, your strength. So that's why it's worse as far as hidden. But to our conversation, as far as it has a worse impact for men than it does for women, well, that's because for some reason we've conditioned ourselves to believe that women don't hurt. Like we've conditioned ourselves to believe, get over it for women. It's okay. That's a man. He's a man. Men do things. But it doesn't mean we don't hurt. It means that's what we have all conditioned ourselves to believe, that we supposed to bounce back and we supposed to get over it. But men, you've conditioned yourself, oh, my beautiful lady, she's on this pedestal and she should never do anything like that, no matter what I do or no matter what happens. So no, it's not that it don't impact us the same. It's that we're conditioned to believe that we supposed to get over it and you guys should never get over it. You guys shouldn't accept anything like that.
I ain't going to take anything away from that as far as the conditioning. We do have to admit that there has been a conditioning, as you say, an expectation. But we got to think about where did that expectation come from. And for me, the way I look at it is that the intentions, just like this brother has here on his shirt, a lot of men, oftentimes, I'm not going to say always, but men tend to cheat not really with their hearts. It's just
physical thing.
Yes,
Once you
yeah.
learn a man, I'm telling you, they act like a woman, think like a man for real. There's a whole mindset.
I don't want to hear that because some women are sexual beings.
No, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very sexual. I'm a very sexual
I think
being.
that's
So
me. I'm
I
a
know.
sexual
But
being.
it don't have anything to do when you cheating with your physical versus your emotional, because women emotionally cheat. I'm gonna call my guy and tell my dude about the shit that this nigga did. And this nigga gonna be there because he know like she fucking worth it and nigga that's what you want, but it's an emotional cheating because she ain't physically fucked the nigga yet. But then when she take it to, okay, you know what? This nigga been there every time I looked up. Then this nigga holding it down. So let me give this nigga some of that and see what he keep on doing.
As far as that, I go back to the condition of how you think, because it's not that us as women don't get horny or we don't want to go out there and have sex. It's not that we haven't seen this dude who turns us on. We see those things, but we're conditioned to, no, don't do that. It's for men to think that it's okay if he does it. Well, no, it's not that they're cheating with their private part. It's that they don't care. Because if I could have sex with anybody that I found attractive, and I can be, because I'm a sexual being. So if I found, and anytime I see, oh my God, he's handsome and he look good. If I could throw it to them anytime that I wanted to, what makes me different than a man? But in my mind, I'm not supposed to do that. In their mind, it's okay.
No.
So
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I acknowledge all that, and I think all that's valid. And I know that when someone makes a promise to you for anything, right, and they don't follow through, and it's something that's important to you, it can hurt. But I want to drop a little bit of science, because science has actually weighed in a little bit on this, and anybody can look this up. But what scientists have found recently, and like I said, you can look this up, is that when a woman actually, when she comes, right, when, she reaches that point, where, she's there, right, there's a chemical that's released in her brain there is an actual hormone that's released in the brain, and it's a hormone that's associated with bonding. You know when else that same hormone is released? When a woman releases that same hormone? When she has a child. There's a bonding hormone, but for men, when we have sex, when we come, we don't release any type of hormone like that.
And women
the bonding hormone that we have for a child or for anybody we bond with is not the same hormone that's released when we have sex.
Oh, you're talking about the oxytocin?
Yes. So for I think for what it is that we recognize that when a woman actually cheats, she's actually made a choice to go a different path. Like she's chose a different, leader, a different man to be with. It's like someone else being in your home. A woman is almost like a home. So when another man is there, a home is supposed to have one homeowner. So when one homeowner is there, and now someone else is in there occupying the home, in the shower, in the refrigerator, things like that, you got two men in the house. It's just there's always going to be that friction there, yeah, and so because of that, men can't really coexist as easily with the same woman as a lot of women can. That's kind of delicate, but it just gets a lot more. It gets a lot more volatile.
Okay, now let me ask you this: do you think a woman wants another woman in her household?
No.
If it's anything else I can't deal with, I cannot deal with another grown woman staying with me. I will pay for a hotel room before I let a grown woman come live with me. It clashes.
Right.
So the same way you don't want another man in your domain, I don't want another woman in my domain, or I don't want you in another woman's domain. How am I gonna say that? So it goes back to it's both the same. For some reason, you guys think, but how does that make me feel? I don't want to.
Science part, though? What about the science part? About the bonding hormone? As far as that when she actually comes, she releases the same hormone that she has for a child.
I would have to look that up.
See, the thing is, you're trying to bring a logical argument to an emotional one, so that's not going to work well. but now I won't try to go ahead and see. There's a reason why I haven't spoke all the way yet is because I want to get my point out, and it's going to be a second. So, Ty, what are you thinking?
I told you what I was thinking, the emotional part and the physical part. Because women are sexual beings, women can go and fuck with this nigga, but because he didn't do it for her, go fuck with another nigga. So women can be heartless as much as men can. But when it come down to, like he said, this is a motherfucking contract. Because I've been married for 15 motherfucking years. And if I'm getting married, I can't fuck nobody for 15 years. 15 years. I have signed up to fuck this dick all the time. And if this dick get to acting crazy because, okay, we got a mortgage nigga, but you still a bitch that wants some McDonald's, so you finna go fuck with this bitch, okay? Raquel want a mortgage. She want McDonald's. Obviously, that costs less. So let me just take the headache out of this and go slide my dick into somewhere else and feel like, oh, damn, it didn't feel like the pussy I've been getting for 15 years. Like, what the fuck is the problem?
Okay, well, everybody has
Here
made.
we go, and now here's B Shine.
Everybody's
Interesting.
Everybody's made some very good points, interesting points. Now I'm just gonna personally go into why I feel like, I'm gonna say when a woman cheats is worse. But I'm gonna jump ahead. I will say that women are better cheaters, but I'm gonna explain why you're better. Not because of how you do it, because of men. But let's go into why it's worse when a woman cheats. As it's kind of be alluded to if you listen to everybody's statement. When a man cheats, a man is committing manslaughter. When a woman cheats, she's committing first-degree murder. Now, if you ask 100 women, why did they cheat? I promise you will hear at least 90 women say something that begins with, first of all, because, second of all, he. Those will be the two first words you hear. Women, and I'm saying not all, most, majority of women cheat out of some form of revenge. It's to get back at the man. It's because he didn't do this that she felt he should. she feel like he did too much of this, or he cheated before, but it's always going to end up as a justification and a reason to why. And it's a revenge. When a man cheats, no matter, it's rarely to hurt his spouse, his girlfriend, his mate. Y'all usually get hurt because you put on your Batman outfit and you start swinging from building to building, going through his phone, going through his emails. You find out the thing that you wanted to find out.
You goddamn right, because if this bitch, look, I tell you, you right. You are exactly right. And I'm going to do that shit because of the commitment that you made to me, and this is this, and hey, it shouldn't be no switching it up. It shouldn't be nothing.
And even with that, of course, and as y'all say, yeah, of course I'm going to find that out. But do you know the problem with finding that out? Where do you go from there?
What are you gonna do?
And what you gonna do about it? Really?
Okay, now this is the other problem.
I object because let me say something. 1 second. I am the type. I'm not gonna look for anything. If it finds me, then it finds me. But yet and still, guys, you're so messy because you think you can. You will let it find me. I'm the type. I'm not gonna look through your phone. I'm not finna go through your emails, your messages.
So then, how did you find out?
I'm only gonna do it if I got a suspicion about it, because I'm looking for shit.
See, you can have a suspicion about anything because because he was supposed to be home at 6 o'clock. He got home at 6:30. That's enough to send a woman's brain into thinking.
Oh hell no!
But besides that, if you don't look through his phone, you're not checking his email. How did you find out?
One time, I can tell you one time, I had a lady knock on my man's door while I was there. I'm not even gonna knock on his door while I was there. And he tried not to answer. Oh, she screamed his name to the top of his lungs, and I'm not even gonna tell you how that situation ended.
I found out on the phone because I didn't go looking for it.
They would call you, they would text you, they would say certain things.
I just thought about something. Y'all, I let all of y'all talk. Y'all jump right in.
Go ahead. You're right.
I just thought
about
that.
Go ahead and finish.
I just thought about it.
I thought we was playing ping
Go ahead and finish.
No, we gonna play ping pong, but damn, I'd let y'all get y'all a good serve off. I sat here nice and quiet. But again, when most guys cheat, again I say most, it's rarely to hurt the other person that they're with. Y'all tend to get hurt more from your investigation, more from when the guy did it. That's usually where you get hurt from. And that's the reason why I say it's manslaughter. Y'all pain came as a residual effect. It wasn't what I intended to do. You know, when I pulled off, I didn't intend to hit this person. I accidentally hit him. She came from around this bush. I ran him over. But y'all, most of y'all, it's because I ran that person over. It's because I shot that person. It's because whatever analogy you like to use. It's because in your heart you felt like, I got to pay this nigga back. And a lot of times y'all pay us back, even though you know at the time, well, we may not know, but it's a gratification for you to know that you did do it. And when it comes to men and women, sorry, I don't care what you say, a majority of women have to have some type of more mental, emotional connection before they just fucking. I'm sorry. I mean, I said majority. I know some women out here fucking. You got 2 squares and a piece of puff, I'll suck his dick. But for the majority of upstanding type women, I'm sorry, I said 2 pieces of puffs. Those are hoes. I make distinctions. I'm sorry. Apologies, women. I just put hoes under your umbrella. I won't do it again. Hoes can go out there and fuck somebody they just met for 2 squares and a pizza puff. A woman will not do that because she carries herself and she holds her vagina, her womb, her body, her moral compass is a lot better than a hoe. That's the reason why I refer to females as women as opposed to hoes. But men, yeah, we will go out. We're not as good as y'all. I mean, that's the reason why we put women on a pedestal. Because you are better than us. We might be gods, but y'all are goddesses. And I'm sorry, goddesses tend to be a lot bigger. And men, we go more off the physical. But as he said, if you want to bring up science and DNA, it's in our DNA to procreate. We look at it as fucking. But it is. If it wasn't for a man's need to procreate, it wouldn't be as many humans on this earth. This isn't just bullshit out of the ass. This is millions of years of evolution. Unless if you're a Christian, yeah, we just popped up and we just been here. But if you look at animals,
and what about And what
Every
the-
religion will tell you. If you really want to bring up Muslims, they can have like what
No, I
1,000
said-
wives.
I said
No,
women.
4.
I said
Oh,
women.
4.
Maximum
Even with
4.
4, you still can have more women. Why? That in that religion, that's pretty much saying that a man's sex drive is higher than a woman, so he deserves more women.
Well, actually, as part of that is because there are some cultures that allowed polygamy and some that didn't. And when the purpose was to allow, when people embraced Islam, they didn't have to, completely abandon their entire culture. So if they had a culture that was polygamous, they could still be Muslim and polygamous. If they're a culture where it was monogamous, they could still be Muslim and monogamous. If you look in the Muslim world, not everywhere in the Muslim world is polygamous. Most places in the Muslim world that are polygamous are West Africa, East Africa, the Gulf states of Arabia. But if you go to like the Levant region, Palestine, Syria, Iraq, Turkey, Bosnia, Iran, Pakistan, India, they're monogamous marriages over there. Indonesia, monogamous.
And they got a
Somalia,
whole lot of money in
polygamous.
them countries too.
It just depends on where you
I
go.
mean, honestly, and all of this just reverts to the side chick era that we live in, because you comfortable knowing that he doing that. Well, hey, well, shit, you get Christmas and I get his birthday, bitch. Let's do this shit together. Because honestly,
And that
Yeah,
goes
okay,
into
I
it too.
wanna-
If you cool with being a side chick, I still say
hey, if we just
if you
fucking,
cool with it, why can't y'all just bring it together? Three motherfuckers in one household. Now we killing them. But I'm just saying.
My girl got a girl.
Okay, I want to address Brian real quick. So first off, I want to address. Yes, I do. Okay, so first off, I want to address the fact of your manslaughter versus murder theory. Okay, one is manslaughter and one is murder. And even though you get less time for the other, does it change the fact that someone's dead?
You know the reason why you
Does
get
it
less
hurt?
time?
No,
I got
Does it hurt?
No,
I don't want
it's
to
not
hear
about
why
the
you
hurt.
get less time.
I mean,
Does
it's a
it-
reason. That's the biggest part of the
Does it
question.
not? But no, because
That's all.
my thing and my
See,
argument
see,
is
logic
that,
against emotion.
He's talking
no.
about intention.
That's
Huh?
the thing.
He's referring
It's not. It's
to-
not. It
What
has
What
nothing
he's
to do with
referring
emotion.
What
It's
he's
the
referring to is
attention.
more of this. It's like, for example, for a woman to not cheat, what he's basically saying is, for her to not cheat is to resist revenge. For a man to not cheat is really to like resist
And I
gluttony,
The
his own
flesh.
desire.
And I
You know what I mean?
understand that.
It's
And
not
I-
about it's not
No,
about
but not-
resisting
no, but like-
revenge.
Listen,
no, but
He should have switched it to premeditated murder.
I mean, I said that. That's what
That's what
first
he said.
degree
That's what he
murder
said.
means.
First degree murder.
That means it's
Is that
premeditated.
premeditated?
Yes, that's first degree
Premeditated. First
murder.
degree murder. That's
Okay,
premeditated.
well, I said
But let's-
premeditated murder. You
But
said
the
first
reason
degree.
why
I'm
I'm
just
saying what I'm saying is
You
the
bringing up the
topic
emotion
no,
again.
because the topic
Let
of
it
the
get it out. Let it get it
conversation is which is worse.
Okay.
And my argument is that it hurts the same.
It does
So
not.
when you,
It
no,
does
no, no,
not.
no, no.
It does
I
not.
don't care what your intentions are behind it. You cheating on me hurts just as much as
and I'm
I'm
gonna ask you
cheating
this
on
question.
You can't say because our intentions are different that
It
my pain
is.
is different.
It- no,
no,
so
my
it does
intentions
matter.
are
Wait. Let me break it back to his analogy she used.
The
forget all the
manslaughter,
cheating
murder,
shit.
the hurt at
person
the
is
end.
dead.
The hurt at the
person is
end
dead.
is the
And
same.
the motivation
It's the
still
same
changes.
I get what
results.
she's saying.
The
It's
person
the
I
same
get it.
results.
I get it. I
Same
get it.
results.
And can I speak? Can I speak?
Hey,
All right,
ahead.
let's bring it down a little
Sure.
bit. I knew it was gonna be emotional. See, he said. I mean,
emotional. We
emotional because-
Corey, I told you we're gonna have to have that chair in the corner when you cool down. But to go back to the original question,
Do we have any
why
questions?
does it matter when it still hurt? Your intentions do make things different. I'm sorry. If I just stretched out right now, put my arms out and accidentally slap the shit out of you, it's one thing.
And if you
As
slap
opposed-
me,
wait,
if
listen.
that's
And
same,
if I intentionally slap the shit out of you,
At-
that's going to get a whole nother response from you.
no, it's gonna hurt me the same though.
It-
If you
it-
smack
exactly.
me, it's
Wait,
gonna
wait,
hurt
wait,
me
wait,
the
wait,
same.
wait,
That's
no,
all
we're-
she's
we're-
saying.
we're
That's
not-
what I'm saying.
You know,
It's gonna
I'll give
hurt.
you that.
That's
I'll
all
give you
she's
that.
saying.
Okay.
I'll give you
That's all
that.
she's
Actually, it
I-
won't.
I
You want me to
actually-
tell you the reason why it's not going to hurt her the same? Is because if she knew for a fact that I slapped the shit out of her on purpose, she'd swing. But if she know I did it on accident, she won't be as mad. I'm sorry.
My reaction doesn't matter. How
Your
long
reaction
I stay?
does.
No, my reaction doesn't matter because I might stay with you after you cheat or whatever. It does not make
Exactly.
that pain any
Exactly.
different.
Listen,
My
because
pain is the same.
premeditated just simply means you sat and you actually thought
You thought
about
about
this
it.
shit, but you didn't think about it. You already admitted that you didn't think about it. As a man, you said we didn't think about cheating. We don't think about it like that. That's big. I'm agreeing with what you saying. It's just wordplay. Premeditated. That's why I said said first degree. When she brought it to the fucking table, she said the person is dead, and it hurts just the same.
Okay, let's look at some of the people. We got Mona Sand.
Yeah, they
She said cheating is cheating. She said cheating is cheating. If feelings are involved between two people and one cheats on the other, it's not who's worse. And I get that. I get that.
When we started.
Okay, we got Javon Jenkins. She said exactly, Shatanda. Men's patterns change. It'll present itself. That's just her agreeing that, which we all know that. Even men know that. Our patterns change when we cheat. I got Yvonne Ramirez. She say, but still don't have all right to go through men's phones. I guess she's pretty much saying just because you get a feeling, you shouldn't be snooping through a motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Depend on the contract.
Mona San said, she's speaking to me, she said, so you're saying, Brian, what someone don't know won't hurt them? Apparently, yes, I am saying that. And this is something that I want to address that because this is something personally that I do. Y'all can't see her. My fiance is here right now. She's filming also. I don't go through her phone for shit in the world. I don't care if one time when I came to this show last week, I had her phone and she had my phone. She did the relays. When you were talking, when she was talking to you, when you were talking to me, she was relaying messages. I did not go through her phone and I had the opportunity to. You know the reason why I will never go through her phone is because for me, can't speak for everybody else. I've told her this for 8 years and I will continue to say this. If you are out here giving away that good puss, if you're giving it away, continue to do it in the way that you've been doing it because I don't worry about it. I'm never insecure when she's out of my sight. When she says she's working overtime, work your overtime, baby. I made a joke on Valentine's Day when everybody was like, oh man, if your person got to do some time on Valentine's Day, they cheating. I made a joke like, well, I guess you can't work because these fucktards keep saying that if you work on Valentine's Day, that you selling pussy or you fucking somebody. And she made a joke back. Well, she thought she was making a joke, but she really would have called off work. She was like, well, I'll call off work. And I said, no, that was a fucking joke. You'll be at work tonight. And that's my thing. To me, when it comes to cheating, a lot of women, they think about the cheating, but they don't think about, okay, if I'm on a search, if I'm going to go find, what are you going to do next? I don't want to find out because I don't know what I'll do next. And right now, I'm happy with who I am with. She's not giving me a reason to search. Right now, we are building. We have a family. If she's out here and she's doing something and she's not giving me that inclination, I'm not going to search for it. I mean, there's times where, yeah, she didn't. If you let me finish? Yeah, it's times where her pattern has changed. But I didn't let that one change in her pattern make me go through her shit. And I know y'all go through this whole women's intuition bullshit, because it's bullshit. You're not Spider-Man. You don't got a goddamn spider sense. Woman intuition ain't shit but common sense. Now, and one thing I will say, I will say this, and y'all, as y'all said, yeah, our patterns change because most men are stupid. And that goes into the point of the reason why women aren't better at cheating than men. It's more of the gullibility of the man that'll make you appear to be better. Because we put you on a pedestal. We feel like every little fucking thing we doing is good enough the way you won't step out on us. So that actually helps in a woman's endeavor to cheat. It's not that you're doing some extra slick shit. It's just because we don't think you're capable of it. But I didn't spoke. Let's move it back.
I actually read it. I want to pick up on that because I was reading a little bit about this, right? And the numbers show that even now and historically, the percentage of women and men who cheat is about the same. Right now, the numbers I've seen said 56% of men and 53% of women. But what they noticed is that because they said what some of the researchers believe is the arrogance of a man. We don't want to know. We don't want to look for it. So we don't. It's easier for a woman to get away with it because we're just not on guard on it. And there's also a lot of men who are just like, oh, ain't no way she cheating on me. I'm giving her that good D. I know I'm good. I'm paying the bills. I'm doing this. I don't got to worry about nothing. But women tend to be a little bit more on guard about it because men have a stigma for it. We believe that men do it more, even though it's really about the same because people are people, whether you're man or woman. But because we believe men do it more, we tend to search for it more. Kind of like if you look at the police, right? You tend to seem like there's more black crime in a black neighborhood because the police look for more crime in a black neighborhood, even though the studies show that white people actually use drugs far more than blacks. But there's a lot more blacks in prison for drugs. Why? Because they're looking for it. So there's a lot more men getting caught up for cheating because there's a lot more women looking for it. And there's a lot less because we just aren't looking for it, don't want to know, or just don't think it can be us.
Okay, well,
Okay,
I'm gonna let you, Shonda, I'm gonna let you go next.
Okay.
I just want to bring up Emmanuel
Yes, I was gonna do the same thing.
Noisy. I know I just fucked your name up, brother. I'm
Noisy.
sorry, but I know it's Emmanuel. Interesting topic. Define cheating. Cheating in one relationship may not mean the same in another. So is it universal or no? So is cheating universal, or is cheating more about your relationship? Because I actually can agree with what he's asking. Like, cheating for one relationship may not be the same. Because some women, like you say, some women can forgive it better than others. You got some women that a nigga cheat, it's immediately over. You got some women that he can cheat and I got to give him so much time and it's over with. So, I mean,
I don't think that addresses the question for us, that part. I think he wants to know exactly what consists of cheating.
He asking is cheating in one relationship may not mean the same in another.
Yeah,
so
I think it's
is
something
cheating
like how we was talking off the air. I think what he's saying is, you know, how we was saying it's multiple steps to cheating. Like, you could say emotionally cheating, like where you're confining in someone too much, or watching porn is cheating. Like,
Right, yeah, like he
you know,
told
like
us.
that's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
I think, and that's what I think he's asking, like, what all consists of cheating? For me, cheating is having sexual intercourse with someone else, and I won't say it's cheating, but entertaining someone too much that you know has a certain perspective on y'all. You know, I think that's.
Exactly.
But I can't say that's my true definition. Sexual intercourse, any type of sex. Not wanting to say sexual intercourse. Anything sexually to me is cheating. So, and then also the intentions of something sexual. So if you're talking to someone and entertaining someone, but they haven't got to that level yet, but your intentions is to sleep with them, then to me that's cheating too. So for me that's cheating. Like, you want to say what all you think is cheating? Because
no, I'm gonna go around.
This is interesting.
No, I want to see Ty. What's cheating? What's cheating?
Okay, so I guess we finally gonna answer his question, huh?
I mean, we're answering it as we're going. I mean, but see, the thing is, his question, the way that we're going through his questioning is actually a perspective thing. So the way she said her thing.
We had this conversation before the show started.
I know, but what we had, these people didn't see
because
it,
you told us that cheating was watching porn.
No, that's not seeing. You're misconstruing. I said cheating can be viewed as cheating.
One aspect.
And that's what I said. That's it.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, if you're gonna quote me right. That's all. Now, go ahead.
But see, that would be some, like you said, it's a perspective, right?
Right.
My perspective, watching some porn, I never thought that would be some cheating shit.
I mean, but some people it is. You have women,
TV,
but you have women that have. I'm sorry, but go.
No, I'm just saying. You said it was a perspective thing, and prospectively, you watching porn shouldn't have no effect on me. But like,
we saying watching porn is cheating.
No, I said it could be a form. I said cheating
comment
can be a form of cheating. I mean, I said watching porn can be considered a form of cheating because some women I have seen, they say he watched porn too much. So in that woman's mind, or in those women's mind, they feel like he fantasized too much about fucking other women that's not her. So that could be a form of cheating.
Okay,
now,
or could it be like more of a form of obsession, like you play video games too much, or if you're doing anything way too much?
Because
it's one thing to play
anything way too much, right? Isn't it like a problem if you're like?
No, I'm sorry. There's no way to compare playing video games and watching too much porn, especially when you're watching a lot of women. Now, I haven't got to my point. Before I get to my point,
though, of a man that's with a woman that sexualizes these women on Facebook, or you doing all these Instagram models and all these bitches with the titties out and all that shit, and she don't look nothing like your wife or your significant other that you with. Is that cheating more than the other?
Me personally, I find absolutely nothing wrong with it. Like, for me,
John White,
I would like watch porn or you look and you lust over them, because we all, like, we're sexual beings. At the end of the day, we're all sexual beings, and you're gonna have an interest. You're gonna have an eye for other things. So I don't mind you looking at porn. I don't mind you.
Now I gotta say
looking
one
at-
thing. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go
I
ahead.
gotta address John's White question because I don't really get it with the conversation. But John White asks, should you let a woman remain on your benefits if y'all split up? I mean, it's really, I'm not sure how that goes into this question or with the what's name.
Still lets me on his benefits.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know. And we haven't talked since last year.
Right, but you had to know what she had to do to get those benefits to get there. So it depends on what
Do you want
situation.
What benefits are we referring to?
Right.
Like
Do you-
Amazon Prime, Netflix accounts.
oh, stuff like that. I mean, if you cool, then yeah. I thought you meant like medical
But
benefits.
wait, wait,
I was gonna say.
wait.
I was gonna
I ain't
say.
gonna lie.
But
I
we
was
ain't
on my
that
ex-girl's
I've been there.
Netflix for like 3 years.
Oh no, we talking about Netflix.
No,
I'm
I'm
thinking.
talking about Netflix.
I'm talking about medical,
medical.
like I'm thinking like big shit. I was gonna say that's why when she said it's me, I'm like,
Are we gonna get-
you want me to answer that honestly? 'Cause I was gonna say, but Netflix shit, yeah, that's cool. Medical benefits and
It
big
ain't
shit
cool
like
for
that.
me.
Fuck no.
Yes, no, I'm changing
No.
all
Fuck no.
passwords.
Fuck no.
Oh no,
Fuck
hell
no.
no.
I'm
Fuck
telling
no.
you at
Why?
everything,
Look,
baby.
That's what I'm saying. 15 years, I'm getting a pension. I'm getting half.
Emmanuel, hold on, wait, we got
I
Emmanuel.
guess it depends.
It
too.
depends.
Emmanuel, we got
Okay.
Emmanuel. He said another interesting science tip. Men and women's brains are different. Men are more likely to fall into the same pattern and habit in their daily behavior. Women, on the other hand, have the ability to detect change in behavior. Women are more prone to notice problems, issues, or a disturbance in a relationship. So in reality, women are better at detecting cheating, and men are oblivious because we get stuck in a pattern.
We
Right.
just said that.
But I mean,
Yeah, he's agreeing.
we gave an opinion. He's saying that it's actually a scientific
Right.
fact. That's the
Right.
difference.
Yeah, he's
And-
showing science behind it. Yeah.
So.
That makes
And
sense.
also, now
Well,
let's.
scientists discovered that because I don't see that being. I see you can take a study for that, but a scientific fact that's no. You can take
I mean,
a
you know,
study.
what
You
makes
don't
the
think that
scientists.
men are more habitual
Statistics
and more
might
ritual?
show it. Huh?
I mean, you have to agree with it.
Are more creatures of habit than women?
I'm
You have to
just
agree
saying
with it
that
because you
it's
did. You just that was your point of how y'all found out we cheating is because of our habits. So
Yeah,
if
my
y'all like,
point was,
and-
my point was, I don't look for anything; it finds me. So don't say my point.
I mean, well,
But
no,
I'm
that was
not-
your point.
I'm not
That was the point that
disagreeing.
you
I'm
made.
not
I'm just saying,
disagreeing. All
not
I'm
in your
saying
personal
is, I
life.
don't
I'm
think
saying
it's
that was the
scientific
point that
fact.
you made.
If
That's all.
you are with a man and he switch it up, he don't call you, he don't text you, he start doing this, he start doing that shit different.
Yeah, I'm not
It ain't like it
disagreeing.
was. You gon' off GP, you gon' be like, oh, something ain't right.
But guess what? Even
He
when
come
you're
home tonight,
even
he
when
ain't
you
doing
even when
nothing.
you find out what a man is doing,
Mhm.
you can look at the statistics. Women leave men more so for cheating than a man usually leaves a woman.
Duh,
And-
Becky.
But I mean that doesn't why. I mean, and this is the fuck to me, and this is just a personal opinion because that's what we're giving a
Wait,
personal
you saying
opinion.
women leave men more so for cheating than men will leave a woman for cheating?
No, it's the other way around.
If you look
Usually
at
men will stay, is what you're saying?
no,
No,
not
we said it's the other
necessarily
way around.
that they will stay. If you look at divorce rates right now,
That was like,
more women leave these marriages more than men now.
So he's saying the other way
And
around. Women
usually
leave
one of the
before
problems
men.
is cheating now.
Right.
When
right.
the fucked up part about cheating is a woman will put up, well, most women, I gotta keep putting that most women will put up with cheating before they're married as opposed to after. And you will leave your marriage because he cheated, but you will stay in a relationship with a guy who cheats.
And even get married to him.
And then still get married to him. But this is the point before we get
Because
to
a man
that.
won't never, well, I won't say never.
Won't say never. Don't say
won't
never.
But most men tend to, if they know she's cheating, you ain't gonna.
But you got a lot of guys nowadays that, you know, right now the what I want to say, this surge of being with hoes. I'm sorry, I have to say that. I don't know the mind state of a lot of these niggas now. That's why I call them simps. They are so thirsty to be with a chick that a bunch of other dudes have already fucked. And if the dude, and the more money that the guy that fucked them has, it seems like they thirstier to be with him because it's almost like having a nice car. Like, oh, he got a Bentley, I want an expensive car too. And they want to do the exact same thing, and I don't understand that mindset. I don't fuck that tricking. If you got it, you still tricking. I don't care if you can afford it. But quick time, baby.
no, keep.
I think, far as that, I think
I saw that. I don't even know how to say that word, so I can't even.
Extradited.
Right. I mean, somebody
Extradited.
Google that because I can't even speak on it.
extradited relationships. Okay, but
Extradited.
talking.
But
But
Go
far
ahead.
as far as what you were just saying, though, I think that goes into play of the roles being switched so much because men don't want to be men and women don't want to be women anymore. Like men, at this point, men want women that's the same as them. They want women to bring to the table what they're bringing to the table. They want women to provide and protect like they supposed to provide and protect. So you think, yeah, once they're out the window where you don't want your beautiful lady that's sitting on a pedestal and you put on a pedestal and you think of her as this delicate being, once they don't want that anymore, then yeah, what they want is somebody that's like their homeboy. They want somebody like their homeboy. I want you to bring what I bring.
Can you please say some or most of?
Some.
I'm gonna say because I can tell you right there. I don't want to marry my homeboy. I don't want no. I want to play my role
because I would never say how. I run into I personally, and shout outs to the men I've married. I personally run into good men who they like that, you know, they want the woman to be the woman and the man to be the man. But I've also have discussions with some men that it's like, I want you to bring 50-50 to the table. Oh, you can pump your own gas. You can take out your own gas. Like, men want that.
No, they don't. That's roommate shit.
Some men,
that's roommate shit.
And I
that's
feel that, but
shit.
it's a lot of men
that's
who feel like that.
Shit.
So with those type of men, when they want that
extradited relationship.
Yeah. I mean,
they want an extradited.
I mean, that's pretty much what we're discussing. I mean, it just relations refer to sexual, emotional, if outside of the agreed upon negotiations of the relationship. No, I mean, actually,
for the way I've looked at it, read it, right, and it basically says that it's any type of relations that are outside of the agreed upon negotiations. So let's say that you have an open relationship, but every open relationship still has some sort of standards, some sort of boundaries. And if you cross those boundaries, you're cheating. So really, I guess what you could say is when you look at it from I'm saying it wrong, but extra-dyadic relationship, basically what I'm getting from it is cheating is anytime, basically what I said earlier, when you make an agreement, when you have an agreement to do something and you break that agreement. That's basically what it's saying. Regardless, whether it's married or you're in a relationship, whether you're in an open relationship, whether y'all just friends with benefits, there's always some type of boundaries, there's always some type of, understanding or limit there. You know what I mean? And when you go outside of that, that's really when it becomes a problem. And so if you're dealing with somebody, I think, what I get from it is get to some type of understanding. If you're going to be real, if I'm fucking with you, I'm fucking with you. We have some type of understanding and agreement. If we can't come to some understanding, then leave it alone. Instead of agreeing to something and then doing something
and
different.
break my trust.
But that's the thing. That's the reason why. But that's the reason why shit gets fucked up. And I mean, again, men, we weak. I mean, I say that we weak as sex. I mean, shit. I guarantee you, if we could have a baby.
Sets women up because that emotional infidelity. It's just emotions.
I mean, but that's the thing, though. Y'all run off emotions. Well, most women run off emotions, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why when y'all cheat, it is so much worse. Is because you're cheating emotionally as opposed to a man that's cheating physically. So I'm just saying. Hey, as my shirt says, men cheats with our dicks, women cheats with their heart. Y'all put more effort into the person that you're cheating with than we did. I bought this chick 2 squares and a pizza puff, and she sucked my dick, and I did it. But it hurts me more because you actually got to know this nigga before you sucked his dick. So that's why it's worse. I'm sorry. How can you say that's different? How can you say that's different? If you know for a fact that I did not know this bitch, and all I did was take her for 2 squares and a pizza puff, and she sucked my dick, but you sucked his dick. And you've been talking to him for 3 weeks and 2 days, and you tell me I'm not supposed to be hurt? I'm more hurt.
But do you know how much it hurts a woman? But no, listen. Do you know how much it hurts a woman that my man was able to step out with anything? I wasn't enough for you that
and it has nothing.
No. I wasn't enough. No, because that's your mind frame of thinking. But for me, what I'm thinking is, I wasn't enough for you that you had to go and sleep with a woman that would do you for a cheeseburger. So that's how I feel.
And that's why I'm gonna talk to you, baby. I'm gonna pull you in the room, baby. Look,
that's what you
she wasn't shit but a goddamn cheeseburger. But can you pull me in the room
A
and
wet
tell me
warm hose is
I
what you
sucked
want.
this dick and swallowed this nut and I've been talking to him for 3 weeks, but you still my love? It's a big fucking difference.
It's not a difference.
It
My
is.
my pain hurts from knowing that it didn't even take anything for you to like. Okay, at least there was some type of emotional connect. There was some type of emotional connect that made me go and step out with you. Like baby, this wasn't just anybody I threw it to. It was something there, and I do apologize. I hate that I even let it get that far. For you, you're telling me it took nothing. I stepped out on you. It absolutely took nothing for me to step out on you. Like, you're so not worth me. It wasn't even that I got connected to this person. It wasn't even that I had a feeling for this person, that something happened, and I'm sorry, baby, but we vibed so hard. It didn't even take that. All it took was a smile. All it took was for me to buy her 2 burgers and some squares.
And I wanted to feel the mouth on my dick. I'm sorry, that was
hurts
it.
me.
I mean,
that
I'm just like beating off. I mean, I'm sorry.
Hurts a woman.
Right now.
And you know
Right,
what?
for real.
And guess what? Now, wait. I gotta address this. Given what she just said, you know how much it hurts you to know that she didn't mean shit to me but a cheeseburger to get my dick sucked, and I have to go back again. Do you know how much it hurts me to know that for so long that you kept talking to this person, confiding in this person, getting to know this person, going out to dinner with this person,
But
then sucking his dick. Hold on, wait. It took again. See, and that's the reason why I say when women cheat is worse, because when y'all do some shit, it's so much more justification into it. At the end of the day, it's still intent. I did not.
It's intent to injure him.
You did.
A lot of times when women cheat, they do it to
Nah, wait, hold on. But I want to move on. Wait.
emotional.
I want you to address this. I want you to address this.
Okay.
I want to dress up because a lot of women feel like guys cheat due to the fact that we pay for a lot. Well, most guys, because right now these niggas, as y'all say, are roommates. And but again, I got to bring up me and my fiance. We don't do this roommate shit. I will not do 50-50 nothing because I do 100-100. That's I don't give a fuck what nobody say. 50-50 is 100. I want 200. So we have joint accounts. Everything is in both our names. So everybody else, I'm sorry. Hey, if that makes your relationship work, I'm not gonna talk shit because as long as your relationship work, that's cool. But I don't do the roommate shit. But some women and some guys, and depending on which side of the spectrum you are, the other person feels that because you pay all the bills, you are the primary money bringer, the breadwinner, that gives you more of a right to cheat, and the person that is living off of you just has to accept that.
That just depends on what the person that lived with you was doing. Because if he going home and he bringing home all the paper and I ain't keeping the house clean and I ain't taking care of the kids and doing what the hell I'm supposed to be, why are we even on the same team?
Yeah. I mean, I think to carry off of that, I think when in situations where guys have been providing, right, and you're providing everything for this, you're pumping everything into this investment. This investment doesn't work out. Some guys be like, well, I want to see what's going on over here. And start, they're gonna jump outside the house and maybe build another house. That land, that investment is paying out.
I mean, I want to cut you off. I want to cut them off. I just want to say that's a good intro into one of my next shows. We're gonna bring up what are the benefits to men getting married, but we're gonna do that later. But go ahead, Shadana.
I mean, you cut me off and everything.
I'm sorry.
Point, but,
catch your thought, baby. Catch your thought.
Let me catch it. But I feel like men, I feel like first off, men gonna cheat whatever. So to say that, oh yeah, he went outside the marriage. I went outside the marriage because I was paying for everything. I feel like first off, men who do pay for everything, it's because of what they getting at home. Like, she's still taking care of the house. She's still taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, washing, make sure you're okay. She's paying the bill. Well, not, she's taking the money and she's making sure bills get paid on time. She's handling finances, everything. So I don't think that you are more entitled to cheat because, like, you're more entitled to have your fun because you've paying majority of the bills or paying all the bills. Like, I don't think that's an excuse. And I don't know about most men or all men, but I can say I haven't seen a guy that used that for excuse. Like, I was taking care of the finances, and they use that for excuse. Like, I don't think it's an acceptable excuse.
I've seen it where, just look at it in reverse, right? If a woman is dealing with a man, right, who's not really doing his part. And she's like, well, what am I doing? So then she starts exploring other options. I've seen situations.
To replace him, right?
Yeah, to replace him.
Exactly.
I've seen situations where it's just like, well, I'm providing everything and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, and she's not really doing shit with it. So, and then there's someone else that comes along who acts like they appreciate it more, but because he's still knee deep in this, he just can't pull out because he's still committed to this. So he can't just yank all that out. He just can't, just talking about the whole benefits thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, he's still with her. He just can't just yank the whole rug from under her. But it's like, look, this is kind of a burning ship right now that's just sinking. I'm going to go ahead and see this other ship and go ahead and start moving all my supplies over there.
Yeah. Now, Ty,
so Jasmine
there you
Castro says justification in 2018: women cheating because they tired of their men doing the shit to them. Reciprocation is key, right?
And
Sure.
that is going back to my point of revenge. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get ready to wrap this up. But let's go on ahead and let's do some final thoughts. So, Shatanda, final thoughts. Who's worse, men or women, when it comes to cheating?
Start me off, why don't you? It is the same. You're not going to change my opinion. I think the hurt feels the same. I think men have conditioned themselves to believe that we are these creatures that just bounce back when we're not. We hurt the same. It tears us up the same. And quite frankly, it might hurt us more. Like, y'all walk away with it. It might hurt us more to know you just... Becky had a new hairdo. Becky with the good hair had a new hairdo, and you was like, oh, let me sleep with her. Like, at least it took something for me. You just 2 cheeseburgers and a squirrel. That's the type of girl you want to cheat on me with?
Okay, Ty.
Yeah, I mean, that's just emotion on top of emotion because women tend to think it's what she look like. Because I see all this shit now with, your ex look like that. It's not what about it. It's nothing to do with what she looks like. And women feel like it's just the ultimate pain. Because the shit I feel like somebody, you ever got punched in the stomach? So I feel her when she say it hurt. That shit, like, this nigga did not me. No, not me. That shit hurts, and it hurts you just like as much as it hurts us. So I mean, if you gonna do it, just think about it. Like you said, y'all don't do it premeditated. We do. Get to know the bitch before you go out and you know what I'm saying. Give her the motherfucking shit.
Let me find out. Let me at least tell me you was cheating because
Let me
it was
know.
emotional connecting. There was something there that you just couldn't pass up. But you mean to tell me you want me to just be like, oh, I can deal with any fucking, can you deal with me being like, okay, which is worse? If I got an emotional connection or if I really fucked every time Dick and Harry? Which one is worse? It will hurt you more to be like, oh my God, so I just wiped the thigh. And it'll hurt for you to be like, then, oh my God, my lady went and found somebody else. Like, it hurts because you know she's moving on. But if you found out like, oh my God, so my woman, I've been thinking I was in love and she's just out here doing anything, that would hurt more. So...
I mean, that's again, but all right.
Okay.
Lou?
I'll say this. I agree that it all hurts. It's obvious that it hurts. I mean, it's pretty clear. It hurts men, it hurts women when it happens. But for me, I think about practicality. And from a practical perspective, the reality is men it just cannot tolerate it as much as women. And if a man gets cheated on, it's almost, a man more than likely is going to walk. You know, if a woman gets cheated on, she's far less likely to walk. That's just what the numbers show.
And change the hurt.
I'm not saying it doesn't change the hurt. It hurts. But for whatever reason, throughout history and now, we all know that men cannot tolerate it as much. So obviously we have to acknowledge the fact that there's something that's there that bothers a man far more, where it's just like, oh, you can't do it. You know, for example, I said this at the beginning. You know, it is wrong for anybody to put their hands or injure anybody, but you're going to see a lot more guys going to jail in a domestic violence situation than you're going to see for women. You're going to see guys that get slapped and get water thrown on their face and they say, I'm sorry, and then go buy her flowers the next day. A guy do that to a woman, he's going to go to jail and get a restraining order. It's just not tolerable. So I mean, just back to what I'm saying. It all hurts. It's all wrong. But we just I feel like we do got to acknowledge the impact. There are different impacts, but we can't just broad brush it. Every individual is the same. And obviously with you, Shatanda, I mean, it's obvious that if someone does that to you, if they're in agreement with you for that, it's really going to affect you. So they shouldn't really go into that agreement because you should know if you get in that agreement, she's already telling you what she's on, you're going to have hell to pay. So, if you're going to be like that, just try to avoid it to give yourself less headaches.
Okay, well, all right. Well, let me go ahead and end this up. We got a few shout outs. If you need uni eggs, ladies, keep your vaginas tight. That's the best way to keep your
Yanni
eggs. Uni, YONI. Excuse me, vagina Yanni.
I ain't never used
okay,
Yanni.
all right. Use your Yannis, your unis. Jasmine Castro. She's on my friend. She's one of my friends. Look her up on my page. She can get those to you. If you need haircuts for your kids or yourself, New Family Barbershop on 10715 South Michigan. Please go over there. Black business, black owned. They educate your kids while they cutting their hair. If you want to do one of these shows, you want to get your opinion out, you want some good recording. Echo Rhythm Radio. This is what we got. This is what we doing. Holla at us. If you want to enjoy the show on Saturdays, apparently I'm going to move to 8 o'clock p.m. because of Color People Time. Catch Real Ish of the Day. Right now, second show. If you've noticed my shirt, these are custom made shirts. You can't see my fiance. She has a queen shirt on. I got on the shirt if you can't really see it. Men cheat with their dicks. Women cheat with their hearts. These are Real Ish clothing line shirts. You can get them if you need specialized shirts. Holler at us, 708-928-1780. Just to end the show off, out of everything everybody said, fuck all of that emotionally, everything is equal shit. I'm sorry. If you intend to hurt me and I didn't intend to hurt you, what you did was fucking worse. That's at the end of the day. I say, there you go. I let you talk. Silence.
I let you talk.
I let you silence. Okay, so, if you do it to hurt another person, that makes it worse. That's the reason why in the judicial system, when things are premeditated, when things are actually thought out, that causes more harm and is equal to a harm that was not intentional. That's the reason why people get less time. Then fuck all of that, what the feelings are. Fuck all of the fact that 2 people are still dead. Why are they dead? Did you intend to do it or was it an accident? Accidents carry less time than intent or premeditated. There's a reason for that. I understand. Yes, we all hurt. We're going to go with feelings and emotions, but let's bring up a little logic, and that's the thing that some men do different than some women. It's not always emotional. The logic is, you put more time into sucking this guy's dick than I did to get my dick sucked. I'm sorry. Yes, you're mad that I let someone suck my dick, but it's different for me that you sucked this guy's dick and you put time into getting to know him, and also you did it because you were mad at me, and also you did it because it was a potential chance you were going to replace me. So, to me, on my show, I'm just saying, to me, when women cheat is worse. But again, everything is subjective. Everything is an opinion. That's what we're doing on Real Issue today. I want to thank everybody that I did not get a chance to voice your opinion in the comments. We're going to get better at that. We're going to get a chance for you guys to call in. Things are coming slowly but surely. We're at Echo Rhythm Radio. This is B. Shine. I got Lou, Ty. Shatanda wants to say one last thing.
One more thing. Shout out to Renegades of the Runway. I'm actually wearing a shirt right now. I was supposed to wear a hoodie, which is dope as fuck. But I'm going to have it on tomorrow, so stay tuned for the pictures. And hit up your boy Maurice Barnes if you need a Renegade of the Runway, baby.
And one more thing, Lou, go ahead.
Yes. I want to let people know if anybody is planning on renovating their home or building a brand new home or business or anything like that, go check out my website, www.alliedinnovationgroup.com. You can send in a request. We'll get back with you in 24 hours.
And spell it out for the people.
And that is Allied, just ALLIED, Innovation, INNOVATION, Group. GORP. GROUP.
All right, thank everybody for coming tonight. I appreciate everybody listening. I'll holler at y'all next week. I'm not even sure what I want to do for the next week's show. I want to kind of keep it as a surprise to keep you guys off your ends. If you're looking at me on Facebook, you'll get a chance to see what it is. Holler at you next week at 8 p.m.
Peace.
And
That was a good show.
That was a great show.
That was some good
I got
camera footage. Wait till y'all see that shit.
That was a great show.
Lou.